It's 7 a.m. I'm in my sweatpants, barely awake, sipping coffee in my new place by Lake Haven, when Margaret Hensley HOA, Queen Bee, barges into my living room, waving a legal notice like it's a royal decree. I'm on the phone with Governor Daniels, trying to keep my voice steady, and I say, "Sir, they're trying to take the cabin." Margaret's face goes from smug to ghost white in half a second. She had no clue she just stepped into a hornet's nest. Let me rewind a bit, take you back 3 days to make sense of this mess. I'm Jake Callahan, and for the last 7 years, I've been living a life most folks wouldn't believe. To the folks in Pineview Estates, I'm just a quiet guy, mid-30s, some kind of remote tech consultant who moved into this Lakeside cabin a few months back. Nice enough, waves at neighbors, keeps the lawn tidy, boring as hell. But that's all front. Truth is, this cabin isn't just a home, it's a state-designated safe house. And I'm on Governor Daniels' protection detail, have been since some nasty threats popped up last year. This place wasn't bought or rented. It was assigned to me by executive order to keep the governor safe when things get dicey. And Margaret, bless her heart, just tried to evict me from a government stronghold before her second latte of the day. I'll never forget the look on her face when she overheard "safe house" on my call, pure panic, like she'd just realized she brought a butter knife to a gunfight. But I'm getting ahead of myself. If you've ever dealt with an HOA that thinks they own your soul, you're going to love this. Hit that like button and let me know your stay in the comments, because I'm curious where these HOA horror stories hit hardest. 3 months ago, I rolled into Pineview Estates, a fancy little community about an hour from the state capitol, nestled on 50 acres of lakefront beauty. The cabin's a stunner stone and cedar, looks cozy from the outside, but packed with tech that'd make a spy movie jealous. Bulletproof windows, hidden cameras, even a basement workshop that's really a tactical armory. My job was simple: blend in, keep the place secure, be ready to whisk the governor in if threats got too close. The cover story? Jake Callahan, divorced IT guy, works from home, mind his own business. Perfect, right? The intel brief said the HOA here was chill, more focused on flower beds than power trips. Yeah, they got that one wrong. It all started on a crisp October morning. I'm tinkering with the comms, system routine stuff to keep the governor's secure line active when I hear tires crunching on gravel. Through the window, I see a sleek black SUV pull up, and out steps Margaret Hensley, mid-50s, hair so blonde it practically glows, dressed in a blazer that probably cost more than my truck. She's got 2 sidekicks, Clara Voss, clutching a leather binder like it's a shield, and Emily Tate, tapping away on a tablet, already scoping out my property like it's up for auction. This wasn't a neighborly visit. It was a calculated move. I check the security feed as they approach. Margaret's got this strut, like she owns the whole damn lake. Clara's snapping photos of the cabin's exterior, and Emily's jotting notes like she's casing the joint. My training kicks in. These aren't just nosy neighbors. They're running recon. When the doorbell chimes, I tuck my service weapon into its holster, put on my best confused homeowner face, and open the door. "Morning, can I help you?" I say, all polite like. Margaret flashes a smile, so fake it could star in a toothpaste ad. "Mr. Callahan, I'm Margaret Hensley, Pineview Estates HOA president. This is Clara and Emily, our compliance team. We need to discuss your property status." Compliance team? That's a new one. I play dumb. Didn't know there were any issues. "Everything okay?" Her eyes dart past me, scanning the cabin's interior. "Oh, I'm sure we can sort it out," she says, smooth as silk. "Mind if we come in?" Every instinct screams trap, but kicking them out would blow my cover faster than you can say federal offense. So I let them in, keeping tabs on their every move. Clara starts snapping pictures of the living roomy coffee table, the windows, even the damn light fixtures, while Emily's scribbling notes about the lake view. Margaret's pacing, heels clicking like a metronome, and says, "Lovely place, Jake. but it's different. A bit too secure for Pineview, don't you think? That word secure hits like a warning shot. How does she know? My cover's airtight. My backstory vetted 6 ways to Sunday. Unless someone leaked classified info, there's no way she should suspect a thing. I'm not sure what you mean, I say, keeping it light. Just a house. Previous owner liked his gadgets. Margaret's smile tightens, and for a split second, I see something cold in her eyes calculating, like a shark circling. Let's not play games, Jake. This place isn't just a home, and we know it. How about we work out a deal that makes everyone happy? Deal. Now I'm on high alert. Clara hands me a document, some emergency ordinance passed by the HOA last week, demanding I open the cabin for community events and VIP gatherings. It's got legal jargon, fancy seals, the works, but it's fishy as hell passed without notice, targeting my place specifically, mentioning enhanced security features like they've read the governor's security brief. What kind of events? I ask, flipping through the pages. Margaret leans in, voice dripping with fake charm. Oh, fundraisers, private retreats, discreet gatherings for influential folks. This cabin's perfect, and it'd be a shame if you faced penalties for noncompliance. Penalties? Clara chimes in, all business. Fines start at $500 a day, escalating to $2,000 after a week. Plus, legal action for devaluing the community. It's a shakedown, pure and simple, but the mention of influential folks sets off alarms. Then Margaret drops the bomb. Senator Grayson's already booked the place for next weekend. Wouldn't want to disappoint him. Grayson, Governor Daniels' biggest rival, the guy gunning for his seat next election. This isn't just about money, it's political. Someone's feeding Margaret intel, and they want this cabin for more than cocktail parties. I stall, handing back the document. I'll need to talk to my lawyer. Margaret's smile doesn't waver, but her eyes say she's not used to hearing no. 48 hours, Jake. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. They leave, and I'm left standing in my doorway, heart pounding, knowing this is bigger than a pushy HOA. I lock the place down, cameras on, sensors active, comms secure, and call my boss, Deputy Director Ellis. Potential breach, I tell him. Political actors involved. Need guidance. He's grim. Maintain cover. Document everything. If they try to take the place, you're authorized to defend it. Governor's safety comes first. That night, I spot a gray van cruising by. Same driver, different plates each time. Pros, not amateurs. Someone's watching, and they've got resources. Next morning, I find 3 notices taped to my door. One claiming my security lights violate HOA rules. Another from the county demanding an inspection for code violations. And a restraining order saying I'm breaching community covenants by resisting. It's a legal blitz designed to bury me. Then I get a visit from Mrs. Evelyn Carter, the neighbor next door, a retired botanist with sharp eyes and a plate of oatmeal cookies. Over coffee, she spills the tea. Margaret's been pulling this stunt for years, forcing out families, selling their homes to shell companies tied to Senator Grayson. They targeted the Wilsons, the Chins, the Garcias, she says. All lakefront homes, all turned into private venues for political bigwigs. Grayson's campaign paid for event services through those companies. It's dirty, Jake. Her words hit hard. This isn't just about my cabinet's a corruption ring, using the HOA as a front to grab properties for Grayson's campaign. Evelyn's got documents, property records, financial trails, even complaints she filed that vanished in a thin air. Margaret's husband, a hotshot lawyer, covers her tracks, and Grayson's got the political muscle to make problems disappear. I'm up against a machine. That afternoon, my secure line buzzes. Governor Daniels is coming tonight. Worst timing ever. Facilities compromised, I warn. Recommend redirect. Command shuts me down. Threats at his main spots are too hot. Prep for arrival. I've got 12 hours to secure the place while dodging Margaret's legal traps. I hide the sensitive gear, rig backup comms, and brace for impact. At 11 p.m., the governor rolls in, low-key in an unmarked SUV. I brief him in the basement comms room, laying out Margaret's scheme and Grayson's involvement. He's calm, but his eyes are steel. They're trying to steal my safe house for Grayson's dirty money games? Let's see how far they'll push. He's not running, wants to face this head-on. I'm torn between awe and dread. This guy's ready to play hardball. Next morning, 8:30 a.m., my phone rings. It's Agent Laura Bennett, FBI. Jake, we've been tracking Grayson's campaign for 18 months. Campaign, finance violations, illegal property grabs. Your cabin's their latest target. Let Margaret's inspection happen. We're watching, recording everything. My jaw drops. The FBI's been building a case, and Margaret's walking into a trap. Governor Daniels, listening in, grins like a wolf. Let's bury them. At 9 a.m., Margaret's convoy rolls off her SUV, a van marked Pineview Property Services, and 2 more cars with tech guys toting cameras and scanners. She's in a power suit, carrying a briefcase that screams money, flanked by her lawyer, Roger Klein, and her usual goons, Clara and Emily. Ready to cooperate, Jake? She asks, all smug. I nod, playing the part, just following the law. Roger jumps in, voice dripping with superiority. This ordinance gives us full access. Deactivate your security, or we'll note it as obstruction. I glance at the basement, where the governor's listening, and say, I'll keep basic systems on for safety. Margaret's eyes narrow. This isn't optional, Jake. Judge Harlan signed a restraining order this morning. You're out of moves. They swarm the cabin, scanning for comms, photographing everything. In the basement, they hit the Jackpot Me workshop with tactical gear. Roger smirks. This for your consulting, Jake? Looks military. Before I can answer, footsteps echo. Governor Daniels steps into view, casual but radiating authority. Margaret Hensley, right? Enjoying your tour of my secure facility? The room freezes. Margaret's jaw hits the floor. Clara fumbles her phone, and Roger's face goes gray. Governor, we didn't know. Margaret stammers. He holds up his phone, recording. Really? Because it sounds like you're spying on a state asset. That's a federal crime. Before she can respond, the front door bursts open. FBI, nobody move. Agent Bennett storms in with a tactical team, badges flashing. You're under investigation for espionage, conspiracy, and election law violations. Margaret squeaks. This is just an HOA check. Bennett's not having it. We've got your planning calls, your payment from Grayson's campaign, everything. You targeted this place knowing it was protected. Roger tries to bluster, but Bennett shuts him down. Your firm drafted the ordinance with classified intel. You're done. The arrests are chaos. Margaret's begging. Roger's yelling about lawyers. Clara's deleting photos like it'll save her. The governor watches, cool as ice, and says, Margaret, you didn't lose because you messed up. You lost because you thought greed could outsmart justice. Grayson sold you out last night. Check the recordings. Her face crumples. She's been hung out to dry. 3 months later, I'm watching the news from the cabin's deck. Grayson's pleaded guilty, 15 charges, 10 years in prison. Margaret got 5 years and a $3 million fine. Roger's disbarred, doing 4 years. The FBI's case exposed a corruption network across 4 states, with new laws protecting homeowners from HOA scams. Pineview's transformed new board, transparent books, no more strong-arming. Property values are up 50%, and folks are moving in, drawn to a community that fought back. Evelyn, my neighbor, calls with news. She's on the new board, and her niece, Lily, wants to meet me. Lily's a biologist, working on lake conservation, and we hit it off planning a community cleanup. 6 months later, She's living here, and we're hosting Pineview's first open lake festival. Kids learning about fish, parents debating governance. No secrets. The cabin's still a safe house, but now it's home too. So here's the thing, what would you do if someone tried to bully you out of your home, not knowing you held all the cards? Drop your thoughts below. Would you play it cool like I did, or go full scorched earth? And if you've got an HOA horror story, share it. We're building a series on these battles, and your story might be next. Hit that subscribe button, because trust me, you won't want to miss what happens when a Karen picks a fight with a federal judge next week.